Okay, this is the main water meter to the house. Right here inside the parkway. This is called a cheater wheel or cheater paddle. And I've been watching this guy. I've been studying him. He's not moving. So this meter passed the meter test. Which means that there isn't any... I cannot detect any fresh water entering the home. I mean, it's coming into the home. It doesn't mean you don't have water service. I mean, I cannot detect a possible leak. Now, outside of the parkway, but close to the meter, which is convenient, this is the check valve for the lawn sprinkler system. The main shut-off valve handle's a little bit rusty right there. It probably hasn't been serviced in the last year, but we do have 3 inches of clearance underneath it, so you can wrap your hand around it to work on it. The floor is lined with gravel. Coming along, we got parge coat around the foundation perimeter. It's kind of like a cake frosting. It's decorative for the most part. Sometimes they cover up work, repairs, but it's decorative. Now it can pop, it can peel off, and allow termites to come into the house undetected. But that's not saying that they will. I'm just saying that's a characteristic of potential issues. These are called shrinkage cracks. Some people call them corner pops. Call them what they will, but that's not a structural issue. Might be a brick issue if that falls off. Might be an aesthetic issue if it falls off. You want to put it back on. But if it's in the span of a hand, and it goes back this way, it's not a foundation issue. It's not a foundation issue. I got a better explanation baked into the report. That's what that is. It's going to be a long. This is the exterior. It's going to be long, so buckle up. That is the rain sensor for the sprinkler system. These are continuous soffit vents, so we're going to look for something in the attic issue of it. This satellite dish was mounted directly to the roof. They're supposed to have a jig or a bracket. I got a picture that I got from a roofing class about 15 years ago. That's the only place I've ever seen it, so you're going to see the same picture I saw. I've never seen one in the wild. These are called weep holes. Alright. Homeownership 101, all walls leak, all roofs leak. We designed them to shed water faster than they accept it. If water gets into the wall, or even water vapor for that matter, it's allowed to escape through these instead of going into the house. Coming along, gas has been bonded, gas has been sealed. Your AT&T has not been sealed. Meter's been sealed. 1 and 2's been sealed. This little receptacle right here, this little guy. Okay, well, this bush is too close to these guys. You're supposed to have 36 inches of service access in front of them. This little guy should have a little notice, an ugly little notice that says that it's GFCI protected, because it is. I tested it. These are control joints. Some people call them expansion joints. Call them what you will, but we expect the structure to move. We have control joints in the streets as well. Every year or so, you should come out here and check the sealant in that, because you don't want it cracking, getting shrink, and pulling away. Like this sealant has. I mean, they sealed it up at one time, but that needs to be resealed right there, that hole. It needs to be resealed. And we're going to talk about all this in the HVAC. It'll be a shorter video. Now, my client texted me. But I answered him, and he said, well, what about these surface drains? He called them French drains. What about these surface drains? These are not surface drains. These are discharge ports for the rain gutter downspouts discharge underneath the ground, and this is where the water exits. So that's not, those drains do not accept water, they expel water. And right here, we got some very poor drainage. See all the, I hope the camera picks this up. See all the moss growing in here? This is an ongoing issue. Somebody's like dropped a bunch of wood mulch in there trying to do something with it. The lawn guys have been through here. Insects, termites, West Nile disease. Also, you shouldn't have a puddle this close to the house. If could affect the foundation. It can affect your health. It's just not right. This is a switch. We've got a separate video for the condensing units. We've got a separate video for the water heater. A shorter one, trying to help. Here's a couple things that here's one thing I didn't mention on the water heater video, but this is 6 inches, so that's the pressure relief valve drain line, and that's proper. That's a good thing. And then over here on your irrigation system, as we move in, these sprinkler heads should not be closer to the structure than 12 inches. I see it all the time. It doesn't make it right. It's over there. It's over here. It's over there. See it all the time. But it doesn't make it right. This is supposed to be at least 12 inches away. That'll probably show up during the lawn sprinkler video. Coming along here. These are called weeps. Just like there. And we have them over the windows. These are called weeps. And inside there's a little weir. That little weir trap. They don't cost much. They don't cost much at all. I don't know what's wrong with that one. That was messed up. Okay. We come along here. This is the master bathroom window. We don't have any weep weirs. No weir traps. No weir traps. Oh, there's one. We're missing one. They don't cost very much. Some people call them de minimis. Some people don't even report them. Not required to report them. I'm not. But I was in a Vegan house one time, and it was very windy, and the house played like a flute. I thought the house was haunted. Come to find out, it was these. I had some time. I did some forensic investigation. If we were doing a wood destroying, and this is the continuous soffit vents. If we were doing a wood destroying insect report, which we're not, it would include the fence as it applies to the structure. After this gate, it would apply to this part of the fence, and the rest of the part that would be beyond the scope. I mean, you can look for them. Got some water right there. Fences beyond the scope. See these post caps? See that post cap? Oh, you don't? You don't have a post cap. So what happens is the water will sit in there and rot out the bottom of that post. Again, this discharges. This is not a drain. That's a discharge. It's a discharge for this guy right here. This is the north slope, excuse me. These are the windows, double pane vinyl frame. Double pane vinyl frame windows. This is the patio. We've been here. This is gas grill. Check the manufacturer. You may want to roll it out. This hole in the patio, I guess that's for an umbrella. Or a toe stop. Or is that a drain? I don't know what that's for. All the above. But if you got a grill underneath here, where is all the smoke going to go? Is it going to go up in the air intake vents into your attic? So check with the grill manufacturer and see how they feel about that. Got a weep pot. Thought I was going to get it. Thought it was. I look for them. We're going along. You know what I haven't seen so far? We're looking for it. Don't know. Haven't seen any cracks. Man, I'm usually just listing cracks like crazy. This is the chimney cap. It says hot. And it is. It will be. So watch out. Again, the drainage isn't very good along this side of the house either, but it's not as bad as the west side. But we're on the east side of the house. And yes, you can see that water's been draining in here. And the discharge is covered up. Not a lot going on, but hang on. There's still more to the show. Don't leave yet. On along. Depending on where you're from, okay? But see that grill right there? It's a tight house, so that's a fresh air induction grill. So fresh air can come into the house, so you have a healthy house. Now, in some parts of the country, these registers are not supposed to have screens inside of them. Grills. These grills are not supposed to have screens inside of them. Got a weep? Huh, they just want to miss every other one or something. So in some parts of the country, they can freeze over and starve your furnace. Coldest day of the year. But we don't have, our coldest day of the year won't do that. Our problem is with birds. So again, depending on not just you, but in-laws come over if they're from out of town or something, and they, have a little bit of knowledge. You also have a little bit of knowledge. That screen is supposed to be there. Moving on along, a tree, magnolia tree. I don't know much about trees. I know magnolias though. Okay, they're not supposed to be closer than 30 feet to a house. Right now it's decorative, it's ornamental. Those magnolias get big. Those roots can affect your foundation. Those branches can affect your roof and your siding. This is the closest one to the front of the house. Closest exterior bib faucet, excuse me. It's still got a label on it. Wonderful thing about recent installation, it says lead free. Right there. Just in case you're wondering. We're supposed to have between 40 and 80 PSI. We've got 60 PSI. It's pretty good, actually. 60 to 70 is pretty much ideal. So, water pressure is looking good. Back to wood mulch. That's what I said, to wood mulch. I do, but you're not supposed to have wood mulch underneath the edge of the fascia board. That's considered conducive to wood destroying insects. It is. It probably is. Everybody does it. I do it. You shouldn't do it. It's just the way it works. It's the way it works out here in the West. We have wood mulch that's a little too close. You can dial out just about any time now, but no, don't stay. One more. But wait, that's not all. It's not labeled GFCI. It's not. I inspected the patio. I inspected the other side of the house, and there it goes. It went out. GFCI protected. It's in the breaker box. Doorbell's been sealed. Has it been illuminated? Doesn't look like it's illuminated. We'll talk about that later. Alright. Don't forget your purse and your hat. Wonderful having you along.